All content in this video is used under fair use. Hello pro trolls and members of Troll Posse, this is ChickenDoodleSauce. I want to make this video discussing the Archfiend's latest interactions with Michael Buckley aka What the Buck. Recently Michael Buckley made a gaming channel called Buck Games, and Archfiend made a sarcastic video about it, saying how he liked it.
I gave this guy a fair shot and I went to his channel. I know you guys are expecting to hear something different, but I gotta say, it's actually very entertaining.
Then Archfiend made a 19-minute video talking about it, and I'm going to be bringing up a few clips from that video to talk about. I have been seeing this topic of second channels a lot and have discussed with an Archfiend fan on a Dave the Useless video about it. First, I want to say what my opinions are about multiple channels. I have no problem with anybody making multiple channels. I have no problem with people making money and have no problem with people like Buck and iJustine making channels devoted to different things and making money from that. Now let's move on to the video.
You know, Archfiend, why don't you create another channel? Why don't you create a gaming channel? Why don't you create a sports channel? You know, just stuff like that. And I don't really want to do that, and I don't really feel it's necessary to do that. And I want to stress, I have no problem with people creating a separate channel. It's where I have the problem lies in why certain people have created another channel.
So in this first clip he explains how it's not necessary for him to create new channels like gaming. He then explains how he has no problem with people creating second channels. He has the problem with why people create the second channels. Now an obvious thing come to people with common sense: why the fuck would you care about why people create a second channel? Well, let me answer that for you. The Archfiend cares about why YouTubers create second channels is because it allows him to make videos and make money himself. Let's get this straight. Of course Archfiend has no clue what goes on in these people's heads. He has no idea why they truly create them, but he wants to pretend he knows why these people create second channels, which his answer is probably going to be for money. This is what his videos are based on. He'll say something like, quote, "This person did this because they want to make money," unquote. Well, you can't actually back this up, so Archfiend pulls it right out of his ass and pretends to care about why these people create second channels, because that's what allows him to do what he does, make assumptions about what goes on in these people's minds. Moving on.
I had a separate channel called The Joke Fiend. I basically made that channel because it was going to be content that was going to be completely separate from my Archfiend channel here, in that channel was going to be nothing but me telling jokes. I wanted that channel to be separate for one of the main reasons is that I didn't want those jokes on a channel that I would be profiting from. In other words, they weren't mine. It was just me basically repeating something verbatim, and I look at that along the lines of plagiarism.
Okay, fair enough. The Archfiend created the Joke Fiend channel to have content separate from his main channel, and he didn't want to put ads on them because the jokes weren't his. He sees that as plagiarism. Although keeping it real, nobody will file a copyright complaint because you told their joke. It's plagiarism even if ads aren't on it, and if someone wanted to file a DMCA they would have done it already. I want to quickly point out his hypocrisy here. He's not okay with making money from jokes that aren't his, but he seems to be fine with making money from video game footage that isn't his either. I don't have a problem with doing that since I do that myself, but I'm simply pointing out his hypocrisy. Let's move on to the next clip.
I have created a separate channel for separate content. I see nothing wrong with people that want to create a separate channel for separate content and be genuinely entertaining with it.
Again, Archfiend emphasizes how he has no problem whatsoever with people creating other channels for separate content and being entertaining. Keep this in mind as we continue to watch.
Where I have a problem with that is people that create the channels for the hell of it. People that create channels because it's hip and trendy. Like for instance, What the Buck, and like I said, a number of his fans have contacted me. and they're outraged, like they don't understand, and they consider this to be one of the biggest whore bag moves on this website, and I agree. I think it is hands down one of the most whorish things that any YouTube personality has done.
So you don't have a problem with people creating second channels, but you have a problem with people creating second channels for the hell of it? Hey Archfiend, didn't you create the Joke Fiend channel, for the hell of it? And you mentioned people doing it because it's hip and trendy? So it's not okay to create a gaming channel because it's hip and trendy, but it's okay for you to create a joke channel because it's not hip and trendy? Doesn't seem like a good reason to have a problem with it so far. Continuing on.
Because this guy has a significantly large audience, even though they barely watch his videos, and I was shocked to find that from just January of 2011, his channel has lost 11 million views per month. Use that as just a piece in your mind to put the story together, because this is a man who is getting literally 12.8 million views per month and is now getting only 1.8 million views per month.
So now what Archfiend is doing is creating a reason in your head why Michael Buckley created the second channel. Archfiend would have you believe that because he's getting lower views and money that he created a second channel to somehow make up for it and get more money. When he has presented no proof that Buck had the intention to make more money in the first place. Buck might have created the channel because he wanted to try something different for his fans, since he has the freedom now to try something different and doesn't care about making money. Buck has gotten himself 32,000 views so far from his second channel. Rolling in the cash now, isn't he, Archfiend? Yeah, not quite, but Archfiend is yet again pulling shit out of his ass and connects low views with wanting to make more money. This is an assumption and not fact.
So what does he do? He takes advantage of his audience and makes something that's hip and trendy, a video game reviewing channel. It just infuriates me why these top YouTube whores take advantage of their fans, and why I have a problem with people that make multiple channels in circumstances like this.
Gaming is hip and trendy now according to the Archfiend. So according to the Archfiend's rulebook, you cannot create a channel devoted to gaming because it's too hip and trendy, but you can create a joke channel because that isn't hip and trendy. Next he says the big YouTubers are taking advantage of their fans by creating multiple channels. What? How the fuck so? Is Buck forcing his fans to subscribe and watch his videos? No. Do his fans have a problem with Buck's gaming channel? Some do, yes, which is why they don't have to subscribe and they can watch and enjoy the old Buck channel they've enjoyed. Archfiend is assuming his fans are so stupid that they cannot think for themselves and mindlessly watch Buck's second channel. Well, I'm sorry Archfiend, but not all of Buck's fans are like yours. Moving on.
This is just an absolute disgrace. He has never ever mentioned anything video game related, set aside a comment or two here or there. He's never expressed an interest in video gaming, he's barely expressed an interest in technology, and yet he's gonna try and sell us on a completely video game related channel? Fuck you, Buck.
The Archfiend isn't funny and he isn't a comedian, yet he's gonna try and sell us on a completely joke related channel? Fuck you, Arch.
I'm not gonna take advantage of my fans' intelligence and just create something for the hell of it, knowing that they're gonna tune in. Now granted, I'm grateful to see that the far majority of Buck's fans are just thumbing their nose at this notion of him creating this gaming channel.
So now Archfiend says that the big YouTubers take advantage of their fans by creating a second channel knowing they'll tune in and watch. No, Archfiend, not so. If a Buck fan wants to see Buck playing games, they'll subscribe. If someone isn't into gaming or Buck, then they won't. It's really that simple. Of course not everyone will subscribe to his gaming channel. You're again assuming that the fans that subscribe to his channel are being taken advantage of when all Buck is doing is providing entertainment and all his fans are doing is enjoying it. Isn't that what YouTube is all about? Well, thanks to people like the Archfiend and his made-up rulebook, we'll have people bitching and moaning at someone making a gaming channel for their fans to enjoy. Why can't Archfiend just worry about people breaking the terms of service?
I don't have a problem with people that do this for the right reasons. If you have an expressed interest in something and you put an actual effort to make the enjoyable product, by all means go ahead and do it.
Again, Archfiend is assuming Buck doesn't have an interest in gaming just because Buck didn't post gaming videos on his main channel. His main channel is for his show. If he were to post gaming videos, people would unsubscribe. Archfiend, you don't know all of Buck's interests. Buck could be a hardcore video game player behind the scenes and you wouldn't know. Who the fuck says you have to be good at something or be interested in something to make a channel about? Archfiend is also assuming that Buck doesn't put any effort into his gaming videos. All Archfiend does is turn on a camera every few days and talk with the most basic editing with an outro image. When Buck worked his ass off to get where he is today and still works his ass off doing multiple things on different channels. Buck puts more effort into one gaming video than you'll ever do. All Archfiend did for his JokeFiend channel is read off jokes someone else made. You have no room to tell people what they can and can't do.
I'm not gonna sit here and start making those false title videos for you. I'm not gonna sit here and make that Archfiend juggling channel just because I know you guys would tune into it.
That's where you're wrong. The Archfiend has made videos with fake thumbnails and misleading titles. Not just that, but he has made money on all of them. Another hypocritical statement by the Archfiend. Here's the videos.
I did them just because I wanted to be entertaining telling jokes, and that's why I created that JokeFiend channel. And that's the whole point too, is that I'm not gonna sit here and be a whore for money, which is what these top tier YouTube whores do and what just other general YouTube whores do with these multiple channels.
So why can't Michael Buckley create the channel to entertain playing video games? Do you not see Archfiend making claims that all the bigger YouTubers do it for money with absolutely zero proof and just assumptions? I can't believe people listen to this ignorant hypocritical idiot and still defend and make excuses for him.
One of the main reasons why people have said, you know, oh, you should make like a sports related video channel. Some people point out to me, granted it's a very small minority, they've said to me, well, if you look at your like NFL picks videos, for example, they only get around 1,500 views, yet the videos on your main channel get regularly 6,000 to 10,000 views plus. Clearly your audience doesn't care to watch your sports videos, so why not put them on a different channel? I see that as my audience actually being intelligent enough to read the title of a video, ascertain it in their mind, and understand, oh, this is a sports-related video, I'm not really here to see that, I won't watch it.
Wow, Archfiend says his fans are intelligent simply because they didn't watch his sports videos? You know what would solve that problem, Archfiend? Another fucking channel where your main fans aren't annoyed by the sports videos they don't want to watch and your sports fans can subscribe to just your sports videos on your sports channel. It's so simple. As an Archfiend fan, you should be offended. He should have said that his fans have fucking common sense to not watch a shitty sports video, not intelligent. Yet when Michael Buckley or the Will of DC gets low views, their channel is dying or their subs are subbed for subbed. So fucking ridiculous. Just to clarify, I'm not a What the Buck fan whatsoever. I simply want to educate people and give my 2 cents on this recent garbage. This is all I want to say about this specific Archfiend video. I could go on for another few hours about other hypocritical things Archfiend has done, but I would be kicking a dead horse like the total tinfoil hat wearing Alex Jones Archfiend fanboy new fag that I am. Reminder to all Americans to vote in the 2012 presidential election for St. Patrick's Day massacre. That's all from me today, pro trolls. Here's more videos on the Archfiend to check out. Keep trolling.